guys. And that's it. Done. I want nothing to do with bisexuals or crossdressers ever again after my last relationship. Thank you very much. And this makes for another. I had did a show back in March that I haven't aired yet, called Narcissism and BDSM type relationships. And there's a reason why I'm not airing this show right away. But as soon as all my other problems disappear and I move out of where I'm living, I'm airing this show. Because this show, let me tell you, is definitely about narcissistic crossdressers, narcissistic people in BDSM, and people who should not be in BDSM because they're in it for their own gains. Someone comes off as being a submissive, but they're really not submissive. They're an alpha male in their regular life. And they're only submissive to men with dicks. Putting a collar on somebody and you own them doesn't stop them from doing what they want to do. Again, narcissistic. And gaslighting and blaming, projection, the whole fucking 9 yards. So, probably in a couple of months, I'm going to be re-airing this show. And, I'm sorry, I'm eating while I'm doing my show. I'm going to be airing this show, and it's very interesting, because I'm pretty sure I am not the only mistress that has had to deal with narcissistic submissives, and people topping from the bottom, and people dom hopping, and people doing things behind people's backs. Really fucking inappropriate. For instance, my last relationship, this individual tells me after 7 years that we're in an open relationship, right? So, open means, and especially since I'm a dominatrix, I don't need anybody's fucking permission to do anything, okay? This is what I mean by narcissism. This individual basically topped from the bottom throughout the entire relationship, never knew and understood its place, went behind my back, had multiple relationships with multiple men, and even tried to marry one behind my back this time last year. And how I feel about it is, this person put me in a matrix, a make-believe fantasy world that they concocted in their own head. That it's okay for them to do whatever the fuck they want, and put Mistress in a corner. No more. Mistress realized this shit was going on, and I always felt like, wow, since when did this motherfucker think that he's going to control me? No fucking way. So guess what? Mistress decided to do the things that she loves to do the most. Do her phone sex, do whatever, dominate people, and make money. And I did this behind his back. Because nobody fucking tells me what I can and can't do, especially when he is out there dom hopping, going on Tinder and Grindr behind Mistress's back and doing whatever it wants, and tells me I'm not allowed to do anything. So, guess what? Once Mistress got the permission, not that I needed any, for the green light to have an open relationship, I went for it. Why should I be miserable when this motherfucker's out fucking sucking every dick that comes across his face or whatever, and Mistress is supposed to sit still and not do anything? Again, this motherfucker put me in a matrix, a make-believe world that he created, and I wasn't living inside his fucking narcissistic box anymore. And now I don't feel bad, and I'm gonna shove that fucking box up your ass. I never, ever have had taught anyone, including when I was married. My husband never told me what I can and can't do. He knew I was the fucking boss. This motherfucker pulled a wall over my eyes, made me believe he was submissive, made me believe he was in love with me, and made me believe a whole bunch of things. And then I found out in the end that he's a lying sack of shit, who's a fucking faggot in disguise, who's in denial, and wants to be with men rather than women. So good. Go find another mistress to become your fucking beard, because I'm done. You are not using me for your gains any longer. This is why Mistress now does a show solo. I don't need a fucking co-host. I don't need a whiny, sniveling sissy cunt or crossdresser over-talking me on the fucking radio airwaves. I don't need this fucking motherfucker telling me that telling people in the other shows that I put him on Grindr and Tinder. I never put him on there. He put himself on there. Because first of all, that's pandering and that's against the law. I'm not going to jail for pandering out some fucking disgusting fucking crossdresser to have sex with people. Not once did I ever do that. And you know why? There's a multitude of reasons why, and I'm not saying it on the airwaves. But if anybody wants to know, you can PM me on social media, and I'll be happy to fill you in. But again, I really believe that some people who crossdress have a mental disorder. Especially the ones that think they're all tough, muscle, manly men, and then they cross-dress to go out and get fucked like women. To me, that makes you gay. I'm sorry. Every single dominant who I've ever spoke to about this story all tells me this person is gay. He is on sites looking for men, not even looking at girls. His Twitter feed is filled with trannies and other cross-dressers and gay men wearing white diaper underwear. What do they call them? Briefs? Nothing really feminine on this person's social media. So it's safe to say this person is a flaming homosexual and is in fucking denial, and that is it. I am not going to be used as your fucking beard any fucking longer. Done. This is why Mistress is also done with crossdressers. I do not want another crossdresser in my life ever again. The last one that I had left a very nasty taste in my mouth, and I am done with fucking crossdressers and sissies. Now, if you want to pay me online to, dominate you, I'd be willing to do it, but as far as serving me in person, I am retired from sissies and crossdressers. I am not dealing with these types of fucked up individuals. And there's a reason why I say they're fucked up. Because, again, they portray themselves to be something they're not. And I'm just not in the fucking mood to deal with this shit. Now, if you're a straight guy and you want to cross-dress and you want to pay me for a pro-dom session, I have no problem giving you the typical GFE, the girlfriend experience. But other than that, there's no sex involved. There's no jerking off. I'm not going to watch you jerk off. I'm not going to do anything like that. I am completely clothed in all of my sessions, and if you want to choose to be naked, that's your business. Submissives and slaves should be naked in front of a dominant anyway, because they're showing inferiority to the superior. So anyway, this maybe my show today was about me ranting and raving about personal stuff, but you know what's kind of interesting? I don't like to sugarcoat anything for my listeners, because this is real. It's reality. I'm sure there's other cross-dressers that had problems with mistresses and masters similar to this. I'm sure there's other dominants that have had problems with sissies and cross-dressers and other unruly subs to boot. These are all real-life relationships, whether they're BDSM or not. People are narcissistic assholes, and it's funny, they love to blame everybody else for the shit they caused. And keeps gaslighting you, telling you that you're a liar. They make you second guess yourself. They want you to drop orders that are put against them. I ain't fucking dropping jack shit, let me tell you. You are a verbal abuser. You're going to suffer and pay the consequences. You do whatever you do, be prepared to take the consequences. You made choices, now deal with the consequences. End of fucking story. That's how it goes. Mistress is not putting up with any type of bullshit from anybody like that. So look, it's I'm going to finish up this subject. I don't want to talk about this subject anymore. I just kind of did my rant, and now I'm over and done with. The next couple of weeks, Mistress is not sure where she's going to be, so I would be on kind of sparingly here and there, kind of doing shows here and there. If you want to be a guest on my show, you could email me at MistressCandy1969@gmail.com, or you could email me at bdsmaliveradio.com. Or you can find me on Twitter. I'm at MistressC69 or at BDSM Alive Radio, which is the network on Twitter. And you could also message me on Twitter under the Whip Appeal Show. Okay. Mistress is sort of back on Night Flirt taking calls again. So for all those wonderful subs who had messaged me going, "Where the hell did you go?" I'm back, bitches, and I'm back with a fucking vengeance this time. Nobody is going to tell me what I can and can't do. And if you think you're going to tell me that, get the fuck out of my life, because I'm done with insubordinate inferiors telling Mistress what she can and can't do. Done with that bullshit. So, basically, that's what it is. So you can follow me on Twitter. I have Instagram. I'm at The Real MistressCandy69, at The Real MistressC69, and also at The Whip Appeal Show. Please follow all of my social media pages. And I really hope you like listening to my show today, but I am going to cut it short. I'm only going to do about 40 minutes. Right now I'm up to like 42 minutes. So you'll have to call into the show live next week. This week was supposed to be live, but I'm doing pre-recorded. So that's about it. All right. Well, thanks for listening, and I hope you enjoyed the show. And I'm sorry if I said anything that offended anyone, but these are my views and my opinions, and this stuff that I talk about is very real. A lot of people tell me that they actually learn a lot from my show, and thank you very much for telling me that. And also, I must tell you this. My numbers have tripled significantly since now I'm doing the show by myself. And I want to thank everybody for your continued support. And stay kinky, my friends, and see you same bat time and same bat channel next week. Thank you for listening to the show, and have a great weekend. Stay kinky. Bye-bye. You're listening to the Whip Appeal Show, hosted by MistressCandy69 from the BDSM Alive Radio Network.